My name is Angel Aguirre from East LA, El Sereno to be exact. I live in Ontario now. I'm not a mechanic, I'm an electrician. And I decided to change my timing chain on my mother's Mazda Turbo 2.3 07 CX-7. If you look at my channel, flashing the tail lights. I hydro-locked this car a couple months ago. Got it running, it's working. I even changed the steering rack. That's for some other videos. Got into mechanic work because my wife died about 2 years ago at the age of 26, heart attack. Unforeseen. But anyways, don't want to talk about that. So I figured if I couldn't fix my life, I can fix things. I'm a YouTube certified mechanic. So I made my own plate for the timing because I programmed CNC machines, so I did that at work, made it out of aluminum. Everything's in time. You know, tension's good. Changed both cam sprockets, new screws, new friction washers, new guides. I even went ahead and changed the water pump. New oil pump chain tensioner guide, new crank sprocket, new friction washers, all three. I ordered the timing peg, the timing peg bolt. See, sitting right against there, top dead center. Clean the mating surfaces. Honestly, I wasn't gonna do this job because I was wrapping up my clips, final detail. I'm rewiring it, you know. But my dad hired a friend. I got home one night because I was working night shift, and I saw a complete mess. Screws on the floor. I couldn't believe it. He was supporting the engine with the jack itself. No wood in between or anything. I added that. He even took off the tensioner, the belt tensioner. I don't know why. And to top it off, when I got here at night, it had the battery on, not even the negative terminal taken off. Left everything wide open. So things, you know, didn't even cover it up. I was pissed off. So I was like, you know what? I don't trust this guy. I'm gonna do it myself. did some research, figured it out. Turns out that when he took everything apart, he didn't even have top dead center on compression stroke. Cans were off. It was an uncompression stroke. My tool wouldn't fit in because these notches were 180 degrees off. Can you imagine that? And chain was taken off, everything was taken off. So what I did is I did some research and I turned the crank to about 30 degrees, so it gave me less tension so I can set the timing correct on the cams. Got that done. Now they would put everything into gear, into time. So I cleaned everything off. Now I'm just going to put a timing cover back on. You know, I think it looks correct. I'm not a mechanic, you know, go ahead and talk smack. I torqued everything down to what Mazda says. I think it's like 65 foot-pounds for the cam bolts. I put new friction washers in. And the thing being though is that since I didn't take it apart, I had no idea where all these screws went. Thankfully, these are my pants. I left them outside because they smell like gas. Thankfully, I was able to go to Google and find a diagram, figured out where all the bolts went. You know, you can see all the stuff I took off, all the old gears, guides, water pump, friction washers. I even replaced the seal. Might as well. All the bolts are there for tomorrow. I can put on. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully, everything comes out okay. Man, to take this water pump out was a pain in the butt. I even managed to break one of these tabs off right there while I was trying to pry this off. It was on there. I ordered a new harmonic balancer bolt since I found out I cannot reuse it. A new battery, valve cover. I have a new valve cover gasket. I'm gonna replace the idler pulley. Comes in tomorrow through Amazon. And I'm gonna put a new serpentine belt. I already have it. And hopefully everything comes out as planned. Any comments, any of the things, any things you want to criticize me, go ahead. You know, I'm not a mechanic, but I'm enjoying doing this mechanic work. And I think I know what I'm doing, at least half the time. Even bought myself some new jacks. But I believe it's gonna work. I believe it's gonna work because I'm on it. Everything's timed. My tools in there correctly. And then I have a bolt for top dead center in and it's hitting against. Look, it's hitting right up against the counterweight on the crank shaft. Tension looks good. Hopefully, I can get it running. I changed all the gaskets, everything I can change, I've changed. I've ordered new. I ordered new spark plugs, new coils. And hopefully, I'll have it back and running up for my mom. And here is my Eclipse 4G that you see I hydrologged at low RPM so I didn't bend any rods. It's got a lot of work still. It's got a lot of work. It's got a lot of work. You know, I didn't finish it. I'm gonna do a new throttle body, new short ram intake. I'm gonna rewire everything because I have wiring issues with grounds because the previous owner upgraded to some halo lights and did all kinds of grounds and stuff. But I'm working on it. I'll finish it soon. These are my new grounds and stuff. But yeah, I'm doing a short ram intake so I won't hydrolog anymore. And fixing my battery poles because my grounds are bad, but I'm fixing that. And then I ordered a new starter, which I put on already, and it works perfectly. The car turns on, no check engine lights. But since I ran this car without power steering fluid for about 2 years, because I had a major leak on my steering rack, I'm going to replace my power steering pump and my alternator and my belt. I'm really ain't know how I do everything. And I'm going to rewire my whole sound system because the previous owner did an awful job. I have a new head unit coming in. I'm going to reupholster my dash because everything peeled off. Some bottled it. I have the stuff, it's gonna come out nice. I have a new throttle body. I kept getting P2138 codes, so I just went ahead and bought a brand new accelerator pedal just to be on the safe side. But it runs. So they're my projects for now. You save a lot of money when you do things on your own. But damn, it looks nice. It looks very nice with the new chain. Tension's tight. It was bad before. It was really bad before. I'm an electrician too, so if you need electrical work, let me know. But let me show you guys something. This is my valve cover. And you can tell here, my chain was starting to hit the top of my valve cover. That's how loose my timing chain was. And then my tensioner was all the way out. And then my VVT actuator, if you notice, it was damaged because the notches weren't lining up anymore. That's why I changed that as well. It's therapy for me. But we'll see how it goes. I can't wait to get this back running front mount so I can finish my 4G clips. We'll get it aligned because I put the new steering rack, new stabilizer links, new tie rod ends, and so the alignment's off. Short ram intake. You're gonna get it tuned from Hackfish. And yeah, and this is my daily driver. It's got new tires on it. And past the smog, no check engine lights, everything's good. And look, this is my little toolbox. I get everything done with this. Can't wait to get this going. I got new spark plugs, OEM ones too. Can't wait to get this running again, that boost going again. I was getting a random misfire on cylinder 4 because the chain had skipped and the timing was off. Alright guys, good night.